Yeah, I mean, might not look like she's got 20 armor when there's a Terrorblade army smashing into her with Metamorphosis, but she does. I'll try, but she's let me down so many times before. Yeah, she was copying this set, wasn't she? Pretty cool. Though a hood full of crystals just sounds downright uncomfortable and very impractical, so I'm not too sure on that one, but... Go. GH win on the high ground. He's starting with Aether Shock as well. He always seems to do this on GH, just one side extra harassers who win the wars early on. As PPD chasing off Matupaman's bear here in the top lanes. He's trying to get the cheeky grab here. Let's see if we'll be able to do that from PPD. Oh, it's just going to run away. Absolutely, and yeah. So Matu starting things off in the middle lane, going for the 3 iron branches and 2 tangos, and of course the bear holding the sword and board, the quelling blade, and the stout shield. As Fada comes into lane, he's got himself the usual double mantle of detergents and circlet for the OD. We'll start to trade up, and we expect Matupaman to get a bit of an advantage in this lane, but nothing to be like too scared about for Fata, I don't think, unless there's some big rotations coming in. PBD chasing off Kuroki here in the top lane, just trying to chase down the Keeper of Light and spamming out these miscalls as much as possible. You basically just want to convince people to trade with you until you get to the point where you can suicide with miscalls when you're out of mana. It's basically how you roll as a Abaddon these days, and Liquid will have to be wary about that and not trying to be suckered into fighting with this guy too much. But to be honest, there's not much else you can do as PPD. Zero hesitation, just running at Kuroki right now. Doesn't quite, could be in some trouble. The blast is going to come through, but it won't be enough, and goes for the deny and gets it. Classic Abaddon. Textbook. 33 just grabbing his cutting blade there. Wow, that was quick. Yeah, they got a very quick counter kill down here at bottom. My bad for missing that one as the Crystal Nova, actually. Just a Crystal Nova in the spin. They didn't go for the Frostbite this game, so that's just Miracle getting run down. I mean, he doesn't have a big health pool, so he just disappears so quickly. Exactly. Well, Kuroki once again sitting up at top lane as PPD going for the wraparound. Constantly want to be trying to force the heroes on Liquid to get away, but of course they do have a double melee lane versus a Coddle, so he should be the king of this lane, Kuroki, and just trying to play around with PPD here. Probably going to be another death for PPD. Well...
This is ours.
Yep, the recent-ish movement speed reworks, favoring Abaddon quite a lot. Yeah, he's going down here in the bottom lane. Thanks to the Metamorphosis coming through from Miracle and taking care of the Crystal Maiden. She looks small compared to the big old beast if Terrorblade with Metamorphosis popped. And Ace will just have to keep his distance for the time being and wait for that Metamorphosis to come back off cooldown. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Matu and OD, you know, this isn't an exciting lane, unfortunately. It's just these two going to be battling it out, but so far, a bit of an advantage for Matu, but as expected, not much going on here. Meanwhile, PPD being chased by Kuroki. Yeah, I mean, Kuroki doesn't really know what to do with himself here. He's like, well, I need to kill you. Blast doesn't work, and now PPD just gonna keep on hitting him and kills himself to the creep, interestingly. Okay, you do you, PPD. You like seeing people kill themselves. You're a horrible man, Bowie. Horrible, horrible man. Up the top. Say what? What in... You can't hear me? Well, that might not be a bad thing. 33. Just farming up in the top lane. Now 20 CS, leading the net worth chart on this Ursa. We'll get Bowie back whenever we can. I'm sure he'll sort things out on his end. Meanwhile, in mid, Martu playing up with Fata. I mean, this is just a dull old lane, unfortunately. I say it every time. Hello? You back to me? Oh, cool. I flamed you and I was worried you'd left forever. We're friends, don't worry. GH in the bottom lane, just going to throw in an Aether Shock at Ace and steal a couple of his creeps whilst he's at it. Pretty slow going game so far, only 1 kill on each side. Jug now starting with a phase boost though, so this should open up quite a lot of kill potential into GH if he's not careful here. And they're not going to go for anything just yet because they've got that Crystal Nova on cooldown. Now, meanwhile, Miracle has taken to the jungle, so even though this lane wasn't even going that badly, he just decides, oh, when I haven't got meta, I'm just going to jungle up. It's probably more efficient.
I was meant to have this.
Yes, this is good. This is good. We're used to seeing NIP kind of sack a little bit on these early runes in the last couple of games, or maybe because they couldn't go for it, but this time they recognize that they can absolutely challenge these runes, and they do. They take them. So we'll be forced off this lane a little bit though, but the creep's coming into him all the same, so it doesn't really matter.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They keep throwing on this Avalanche and Illuminate combo onto the Ursa here in top lane. He just doesn't care. Like, he's being constantly healed up by PPD as well, so he's kind of just tanking it all and having a nice time.
No gold for you.
Ooh, is GH okay here? He's going to come in for the Aether Shock, but going to get spun down by Ace, and it is not going to be a very long life for GH, although the spin's going to run out before GH dies here. Another Hex comes through. Ace could be in some trouble as a tiny TP's in. Avalanche toss up and dead under the tower. Ace dies. GH baits it in perfectly. There's a lot of burst heal. That is a lot of burst heal.
Denied.
Well, he will be level 6 soon, which will unlock the Omni Slash as well, which gives him even more kill potential. But yeah, I mean, I'm still struggling to find the success. I mean, at least he's kind of got the free farm here in the bottom lane, but he's actually not doing amazingly on CS. And Mind Control's coming in. They've got the Avatar Sword, the sort of Crystal Maiden, and she just evaporates. He's trying to find the kill onto GH here. Hasn't hit that level 6 yet, so just has to bring him down by foot. But no, never mind. Hex comes out. GH around the trees. Shackle comes out as well. Mind Control, no mana to work with. Ace is just going to back himself away, though. He knows there's probably going to be more heroes coming in, even though there wasn't just yet. But chasing up into a shrine seems like a very bad idea. I don't know. Could he have got that kill? But you need to come back, dude. Oh. Wow. That's, PPD was there, believe it or not, but he is no longer there because he got absolutely killed. Avatar's combo with an Aether Shock level 3. Yeah, that's going to be enough to bring him down. Meanwhile, Kuroki up in the top lane gets dived deep by the Ursa here. 33, finding him in the trees. Meanwhile, Ace being jumped upon here. The Avalanche out again. Doesn't get a toss off this time as Ace will run himself away with the spin. That's a good thing about Juggernaut versus the Tiny is that you can get that spin off in between the ticks of the Avalanche, which makes you not quite as vulnerable to the Tiny catch.
Regeneration.
They're going again. Snake's out with the Hexer as well. He's can't find his way out of this one. PPD, though, coming in to help out. And now comes the Omniscythe, bouncing wildly over to the two heroes, then back to the creep wave again. Ace, well, it was more just to escape the traps than anything, I feel like. Meanwhile, GH being run down here. Can they get the right click? Yes, they can. Saxa finds it with a little Ice Blasters. 33. Run in.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Okay. Mind control. Getting the jukes. He makes it out. Nicely done by mind control there.
Radiant are scanning.
So we'll pay one last visit to the last hit side of things. We see Fada actually ending up winning on the CS against Matumba Man, but I think this might have been some jungle creeps as well, and we do see Matumba Man a little bit further forwards on net worth. So definitely been some jungling going on from Fada here, but all things considered, a very good lane for OD versus what used to be a pretty convincing matchup for the Lone Druid. Well, Fear is out, and Matu will be able to grab the bounty rune as well, so making full use of this bear, who is named El Doge, by the way. Fresh memes coming out from a Timberman.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
PPD hanging around. He's got some heroes coming in to help him out as well here as they look on towards Liquid. GH is smoked up though, so they see two, but there's actually three. PPD will come forward, sees mind control, just going to quickly shield himself up there so he doesn't die to the Avatos. Meanwhile, Middle Tower has gone down to the Lone Druid whilst this is going on. Liquid just holding careful right now. They want to find a nice little pick-off with this Aether Shock Avatos. They don't want to get ahead of themselves and end up giving something away they shouldn't. As PPD comes into the trees, he might be the target here. Hex comes out. Avalanche as well will not convert properly with a toss, but the Aether Shock should be enough to bring him down. The right click from mind control kills off the Abaddon. And now Matumba shows up. What's up, guys? I'm here to push a tower. I've got, what's the spell called? I think it's called Demolish on the bear. Yeah. So, tower's not lasting very long against him.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Top tower has fallen.
33 in trouble in the bottom lane, running through the trees once again, using that Calling Blade to make himself a path, running and running. He's making some good jukes, but they're just going to throw down the Will-O-Wisp. He nearly manages to kill it off, but fortunately 33 will be dropping here. Miracle even denies the Will-O-Wisp, which is very rude. I'm sure Croaky doesn't appreciate that. GH being chased down by 33 here, trying to make his way through the trees, but the bear is angry and he wants himself a little shaman as PPD comes in as well. Blinding Light going to come through. Can be dispelled by PPD if he wants, but he doesn't really feel like he's going to go for the TP out on GH, but the damage from 33 is going to pop the Enrage just to make sure he can bring it down that shaman. Safar just going to blast all his mana away, farming up these ancient creeps right here. Then use a shrine to get himself back up. So far has the Kaya on himself, going for the Yasha as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm a little bit scared of this Terrorblade though. He's been hiding in the jungle for most of this game, and he is getting out of control. He's currently higher than anybody else on the Dire side when it comes to net worth. No one higher than him is Matu, who's going for this Radiance, so aren't quite feeling the effects of him just yet, but he is going to have a really good timing on this Radiance with the phase boots on the bear as well. Yep. Oh, he's tempted by the Invis rune, but gives it to Kuroki instead. Yeah, I mean, NIP, they're kind of occupying the enemy side of the map. They're pushing forwards a little bit, but they can't really find a way to make things happen.
Invisibility.
Oh, Avatos onto Sax. They could be in some trouble as the blast comes through, but actually still surviving through this one. I think he had some raindrops or something just to keep himself alive there. Mind control, he's not done there. Avalanche! Oh, Sax just makes it out the other side, salves himself up, and will live to do whatever Crystal Maidens do another day. Yep, no biggie. Looks that way. Oh, they fortify through Mind Control's avatars. What's that? Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's a stretch, and it kind of relies on the other team making mistakes, which isn't ever a good thing to rely on. You want to be able to try and make the plays yourself. You want to try and force the victory into your hands. You know, that's what Dota's all about. It's what any game, whether winning or losing, is all about. But you know, sometimes relying on mistakes does work out, and PPD is going to have his ultimate triggered here, but the tower still goes down. Try to go for the denial, mind control, but not going to happen. Yeah, he's getting work done on this tower right now with that relic on the bear as well. Just does so much damage, and they're not even going to try and go for the bear here either. It's, yep. Thank you, Piano Boy. We do see the relic.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, and again, you know, remember I talked in the draft saying that I want to see this Ursa with a blink dagger. I still feel like that should be the case. Like I don't like this this drums BKB build from 33 as Ace just spins in to commandeer this farm. Sorry, sir. Yeah, it does very much look like that. As yeah, so that they've got no clue this is going on right now. GH is actually smoked up around the side, Miracle smoked up inside, and using these snakes and just kind of positioning himself well. There's no real indication that Liquid are doing this, and certainly NIP don't spot anything wrong.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
What a waste.
They sunder each other and they swap tips as well. Swapping tips, swapping health. Good friends. Yeah. Health for shards. Buy health here, health for shards. He needs to get their beddings in. He's probably predicting every game on themselves. Throwing the game for shards. That's the real play. Yep. And yeah, come on guys. This is... I know there's a Terror Blade. Saxa picks it up. Playing for the long game it is. And that's the thing, right? Yeah, exactly. So you've got many bongos. They've got a whole bongo band on the side of NIP with the Ursa, the Juggernaut, and also Crystal Maiden, all picking them up. My issue is that Juggernaut went for these drums, he went for the Yasha, and then usually you see Juggernauts being very active around the map when they have these two items, but they never had the chance to make this happen, so it never came off. Like they just kind of four charges still on the drums, and he slowed down his farm so much by going for these drums over the Maelstrom that you just end up in this weird situation where you're like, why do I have this item? Has it really given him any value? I think it's the question you've got to ask yourself, and I would say in this game, no.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Avatos, they've got themselves Juggernaut here. The Fear coming out as well. Can't get that spin off. Will be able to throw it out eventually. Healing Ward doing a decent job of healing him up, but the Bear actually gets rid of it quite quickly here. But now PPD coming in, healing up Ace immediately and fighting up with Matumba's Bear right now. They want to at least get themselves a Bear, but the rest of Liquid, they're coming their way in. They're going to come around the side, but 33 is playing catch. He's going to find Miracle before he can get into this fight. Meanwhile, the rest of Liquid, not sure what to do with themselves here. They're positioning themselves very aggressively, and IP will back off. That means they lose this tower. They give up the positioning, and they're probably going to give up this building as well. Meanwhile, Miracle actually gets a tower in top lane with just one illusion up as well. No one TP'd in to deny it or anything, so Miracle just gets a decent amount of gold there for no particular reason. I mean, I'm not sure NIP could have TP'd anyone as they go in with the Avatos onto the Ursa. Doesn't do a ton of damage, and PPD just constantly healing up with those miscalls. They will grab this bounty rune. Doomman's Bear coming forward. It's going to take a couple of hits from the OD. That's okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh my god. This is scary. Metamorphosis, snakes, and the tower gets completely blown up from the foundations down. The Miracle going for Skadi as well. Gonna do so much work versus this Ursa and this Juggernaut. Ooh. Okay. Croaky, a little bit out of position up here. Does get caught out by Ace and Fata. And Fata's working his way towards a Side of the Vice. That's the one. Escaping there for a minute, but yeah, Side of the Vice is going to be a really, really nice item to have and might open up some kill potential on the side of NIP, which they're sorely lacking.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I don't think it's a game where you can save the buyback yet on an IP. Yeah, I mean, killing off this Terrorblade early on would be absolutely key because I'm fairly sure Miracle has not died yet. Oh, has actually died once. Never mind. But still, only dying once. When was that death? Can you remember? Okay. Yeah. All right, let's go. PPD, he's holding 2 in his backpack. He's ready to roll. Here we go. They're making their way over. This is it. We have a fight on our hands, although they just want to come in and clear mid quickly. Matumba, this could be a good pick for them if they want to go for someone here. Matumba is definitely not a bad shout. Especially if they managed to find the hero out. I mean, he's only got 2k HP. It's a decent amount, but look at this. Onto the high ground. They're taking such a long time to mobilize and go for this smoke that they've actually had to push out mid, and now high ground's being attacked, and there we go. Metamorphosis and snakes are out. You kind of need to start the fights before this happens, but they might try and go for this anyway. The wraparound coming out from NIP. 33 leading on the front lines here. They're looking for Miracle. They found their target. The BKB out from the Esther as well. Trying to block Miracle here. Trying to find the right one. Meanwhile, the Omnisat's going to take down Kuroki. Well, OD in some trouble. Hasn't even had a chance to use the side device and is not going to as he's taken out the fight. But Miracle is dead. 33 and Ace find the Terrorblade. That is a big target, and Liquid realize that this fight's probably over for them now as they back themselves away. So a short, convincing fight. Well, I say convincing. I mean, the heroes that died definitely got brought down very quickly, but no one really having an advantage out of this. And Liquid stay to try and go for this shrine. Okay, I think this is definitely... Well, no, I want to say this is an IP's advantage because they killed the Terrorblade, but they lost the tower as well, so I'm not sure it is their advantage. Yeah, yeah.
What was I doing?
Yeah, I mean, they might want to wait until Metamorphosis is up again before Liquid make any aggressive players for shrines or anything like that, but yeah, they've got the world in their hands. The whole wide world in their hands.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
On who, sorry? On the team. Oh, yeah. Yep, yep.
Dire's top shrine has
Yeah, he's just giving it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about Ursa is he does not push quickly by any stretch of the imagination. So it's going to take him a while to get through this one. But Liquid not really committing. Even though they've got these snakes here, they don't want to come too far forwards. I mean, their vision is still pretty limited off this area. GH pretty scared, anticipating some kind of gank here, especially with the vision, which the Dire have into their own jungle here. They get the tower at bottom, and they will be able to TP back in time to defend it, although there's a mob of Terrorblades coming into the middle lane, which PPD is going to try and deal with here, but... Yeah, okay. Odie's going to play cleanup. All right. These many carries on NIP, the 3 carry lineup is eventually going to come online. Problem is, there's also a Terrorblade, which is pretty damn huge. Didn't spot that one. Recalled it. Wow. GH being hunted by Ace here. Ace, if he finds a Zombie Slash, he might just go for it, but in comes the Ghost Scepter. I'm not sure Ace actually saw that one. Huh. Yeah, true, maybe he did see it. Just went, well, there we go. You're getting away. Goodbye. They certainly do. Yeah, we saw it last time, just evaporating, even with the Shadow Shaman throwing the wards in. I don't think they'll need to commit that this time, though. All right, fighting up into this bear. 33 trying to get rid of El Doge here. Can they do the damage, though? Doesn't seem like it, and PVD has already thrown out the Aphotic Shield. We'll have another one available now, though, and freeze up the Ursa to run in and chase Liquid out of this Roshan pit, but he's not actually spawned yet. They're fighting over someone who's not there. 35 seconds until the Rosh will live, and both teams very anxiously just waiting around for this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, and they've forced back 2 heroes as well. Jug had to push out bottom, the CM has to push out top. Roshan up in 3, 2, 1. Hello. So Liquid currently have... Well, nobody really has control of this Roshan pit right now. I mean, Liquid, they are getting themselves inside it, but NIP just waiting very nearby, and they've got this courier as well, which is going to give them the vision. You have to be careful with that, because of course the tiny cleave will kill it. They're going for the bear this time. All right, a lot of commitment onto Matumman's bear. They're going to use the fear, but the frostbite comes out from Saxa to keep it still. 33 coming back. The avalanche even being used here. They're really trying to keep this bear alive. Can they actually get the kill? They're tossing it back. Save the bear. They keep it alive somehow, but Matumman will get the resummon, so at least they deny them the gold. But mind control does give his life, but he's got a buyback. What do you think? Tossing that bear out, was it worth it? Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, Marty. And Miracle in the pit. Getting to work.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh, mind control as well. Found the courier which was scanning out, but in they go. But immediate hex out. No chance at all for Ace to do anything there. And Fado blown up on the backlines as well. NIP. This fight was over before it begun. The hex comes out onto 33, trying to run himself away with the shield up onto him as well. PPD will buy him a little bit of time, but he's going down all the same. And mind control's not done. He's looking for PPD. PPD will just run himself through the trees though, and they won't find that kill. But Roche, well, Miracle's going to go back in to finish this one up, but the rest of the team are pushing their way down mid. They want these buybacks from NIP, and they will probably get them. Miracle.
Fear not, my kin, for I come
Yep,
to your
there's one, but they want more. They're not giving it up just yet. All right, Ace. Maybe that's a line, but Rochan goes down. Miracle takes the Aegis, and he'll be joining them at middle lane very shortly, I should imagine. I mean, what's the cooldown on the bear summon? 40 seconds. Even if they bring down the bear, it's not a big deal.
Dire's bottom shrine is under
Yeah,
attack.
true. Absolutely. And, you know, this Metamorphosis is still a cooldown they have to work around. NIP, I'd like to see them make a play whilst this is down. Don't let Liquid not fight you whilst they don't have this, this spell.
What have we here?
.33 does have a basher finally going for the blink dagger, so finally wants that instant initiation. Well, yeah, that's a better question. What I want to see is this BKB on Fata, which he's now queued up, because I think that's two fights in a row now where he hasn't been able to get the side device off. We're looking for the bear here, and they will be able to get it. So another resummon probably going to be used here as the 300 gold going the way of 33. That's going to help towards his blink dagger substantially. But Liquid, yeah, they're looking to loop into top and maybe catch out Saxa, who's calmly and peacefully farming creeps, but will back herself out just the right time. GH has a lot of items. Got Blink, Force, Ghost Scepter, and Aether.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, you didn't. Oh my god, BPD having to pop the borrowed time, and after like 2 volleys from Miracle here, and he's just eating these melee barracks alive. No response at all from NIP. They let the barracks fall. Mid, they might try and defend this one. They have to try and defend this one. They can't just let all their buildings get taken. They've got the BKB on Tfata now. Basher, BKB on Ursa, but of course the BKB's there, been there a while.
Double damage.
They got the courier. There we go. Someone had clicked the courier. Oh, scanned out. Liquid are gonna know. Liquid are gonna know, and there's a double damage. Terrorblade. Oh, never mind, it's running out. Phew. But yeah, just pick up this butterfly, so that's scary in of itself. And the smoke will pop on Fata here as he turns around, immediately gets a hex off onto Terrorblade. Fortunately, it's not doing any damage at all, and now he's going to pop it just right into Fata here. He's getting minced alive. Fata gets torn apart, and now, well, Freezing Field comes out from Saxa with the BKB. Tiny, he can't do anything. He's just going to walk away from Saxa here. But that's about it. Meanwhile, Miracle going into PPD here. PPD popping that ultimate, trying to play around here. 33 wrapping around the backside, maybe trying to find mind control here, popping that BKB to try and bring him down. Meanwhile, PPD does get taken out. 33 looking towards mind control. Miracle doesn't have a ton of health to work with and has used Thunder, but Saxa barely survives to see And GH also gets a kill as Ace was on the back lines here the whole time, just fighting it up, getting controlled up and kited by the rest of Liquid, and GG is called. Just like that, a very anticlimactic ending, unfortunately, to this series, but a fantastic series all the same it was. And an interesting last game. Interesting from a strategic standpoint and a tactical standpoint, but Liquid do take it. 14 kills to 8.